Hello and welcome to TCG Deck Tech. Today we're going to play a Teemo deck in ranked Runeterra. So this deck will focus on getting Teemos onto the battlefield, getting mushrooms onto the battlefield or in the opponent's deck. And yeah, just keep that Teemo alive with stuff like Deny and also with like tempo plays like Will of Ionia to recall units that are possibly blocking Teemo. Of course, Teemo is going to be elusive, so that will be difficult for my opponent. Yeah, I'm probably going to do a more in-depth deck tech on this later, but for now, let's just get right into it. I'm still, of course, iron free. I just started playing this ranked yesterday, and yeah, of course, everybody's going to be a bit low at the beginning of the season. I don't think this is a top tier meta deck because it's very luck dependent on whether your opponent draws the exact number of mushrooms you need. I'm going to try to make it more consistent in the following days, but for now we're just gonna play it as it is and see what we can do with it. So what I want to do is mulligan aggressively to get to my Teemos. I will want to keep that card though because it's a nice early game thing to do. There is a Teemo perfectly. So if you mulligan the whole 4 cards, you have about a 50-50 chance to draw a Teemo in one of those 8 cards. So that's a pretty nice chance. But especially if you draw it turn 1, that's amazing for your deck. You can just get right in, boom, hit the opponent for 1 damage. Each point of damage is going to be very important in this deck, as you will see. But also just getting these mushrooms in their deck is amazing for you in the beginning. And that's another Teemo that gives us some more mushrooms. That's nice. So let's see what my opponent's going to do. Probably won't have anything to kill my Teemo with. So I'm just gonna play this clump of Wumps. Get another mushroom in hand. So what I can do if my opponent doesn't play any elusive blocker next turn, or even if they could play it, I can just burst them here and they won't be able to play any creatures before my combat. So if you only play burst spells, your opponent won't be able to play any creatures before your combat, so it's a very nice thing to do. I can just level up my Teemo and really get my combo going. This is probably the fastest game I've ever had with this deck. I can just attack with Teemo right away. Hope they don't have anything to kill him with. Nope. And I double the mushrooms. And they already have 30 mushrooms in their deck. So that's an amazing start. So now they are on a very quick clock in order to not die here. And I have a recall where I can protect my Teemo with, which is always nice to have. That's just 1 mushroom for now. Them drawing little mushrooms right now means I can hit them for more mushrooms later. So of course, because Teemo doubles the mushrooms, it's a very nice thing you can do. This card is very nice in this deck because it can summon 2 extra Teemos for 1 round. Especially if your opponent has elusive blockers, it can help you get through for damage with at least 1 Teemo and double their mushrooms possibly. And okay, Unleash Spirits don't really matter now to me right now. That's okay, I can live with that. I will want to play this one to even get more mushrooms. You can also see I have a Karma in deck because I have a card that makes more mushrooms whenever you cast spells. I have the Karma in case I need a late game way to get more mushrooms into their deck. But for now, I am going to play the Green Blade duo just to have a possible blocker here because... Or are those ephemeral? Those are ephemeral, so I won't want to block them. So I just have another attacker next turn, which is also nice. I will chomp block with those guys. And that's really all I can do now. Will want to keep up 1 mana for the recall in case they want to do something against my Teemo. But I am taking a lot of damage, of course, here. Still, I think I'm very fine right now in this matchup. Okay. So they don't have any more mana, so I can just play my mushrooms now.
Love the smell of mushrooms in the morning.
They're gonna have a lot of mushrooms in the deck soon. That will get out of hand very quickly for them. Let's see if they draw some here. No, which means they will draw even more next time. Steel Tempest is very nice to protect ourselves against this big creature here. So we're not too worried about that one yet. We are worried about them killing us now, but so we're not gonna play the Karma right now. Just gonna attack with 2 elusive creatures here. Get some more damage in. Try to kill them as fast as possible. So they really have to do something at instant speed here against the Teemo. They don't do that. So now they have 68 mushrooms in their deck. Holy moly. So on average about 2 mushrooms per card. But that will get bigger and bigger as the game goes along. And I also hit them for damage, of course. So it's nice to have these dual threats, hitting them for direct damage and also getting those traps in their deck. So let's see, 4 damage here, that's nice. Olivia's Islander. Okay. They can summon something ephemeral. I am going to play the Karma now, just to get some spell advantage. Also have a decent blocker on the field. I can still have money, mana for the recall even if I play the Steel Tempest, so that's a nice thing to do. And yeah, I'm always gonna play it now because they have such a big creature, and I'm just going to want to get that out of the combat. If they have a deny, I'm pretty much screwed. I don't know if it's in those colors. Yeah, it is. Okay, sure, do that. Draw 2 cards means draw 2 cards with mushrooms on them. Maybe they're dead already. Ah, almost. So they really have to kill me this turn, but they won't be able to do that. There's a very high chance I'm just gonna win with the next draw. Yeah, against decks that can draw cards, this deck is amazing, of course. Alright. They are going to Black Spear that Karma. I don't want to use my recall for that. It's okay, I just want to keep my Teemo alive. And I'm just going to stun that unit, block the other one. Block always goes through even if your unit dies. So they will only be able to attack me for 2. And that looks like a win here. Yes, it is. Very nice. Okay, so that was a good start. And we only took like 5 minutes or so. And yeah, you see what this deck can do. So as those games are very short, I think I'm just going to do a short video here. So people that don't want to watch long videos are going to be able to watch that. I'm probably going to do an expedition video in the next few days. Got a rare wildcard there, very nice. An expedition video in the coming days because I really like that game mode. I like limited play in Magic as well, so it's a very nice thing to have in Runeterra. I think it might be more fun than in Magic even. We have to see about that. I only played like one of those, but I'm going to try that out more in the following days. Should reset also on Tuesday, so maybe I'm going to do it on Tuesday. I'm not sure about that yet. I'm writing my master's thesis in on Thursdays, Sundays, and Tuesdays mostly. So it's not gonna be that much content. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a lot of Magic content in the next few weeks as well. But yeah, we're just gonna have to see about that. I'm mulliganing all of them. I want to get a Teemo here. There's a Teemo. So I didn't have stuff like the Kinku Wayfinder. This is also a card that's very important for this deck because it summons 2 1-cost allies, and I only have one sort of 1-cost allies, the Teemo. And yeah, of course, you want to summon 2 Teemos, which you normally can't do, but with this card you can, and you can get a lot of mushrooms in your opponent's deck very, very quickly if you do that. So I always want to keep that in my opening hand, even if I need to find more aggressive cards. This burst is also very nice if your opponent tries to do something against your Teemo, get a blocker going against them. It's always very nice to have that, to be able to get that out of the way. Am I going to play the Puffcap Peddler first here? Probably not, because either way I won't be able to level up my Teemo this turn, so I'm just gonna attack it. Attack my opponent. Yeah, they're already a bit tilted. You see that from the emote. Of course, this deck is the most tilting thing. Good thing I didn't play it, so I didn't need to find a way to get rid of this assassin. Also, I have an assassin of my own because it draws cards. It's very nice to draw cards in those type of decks where you wanna hit your opponent for a lot of damage quick. You need your right pieces. So getting an elusive creature and drawing cards is a very nice thing to have happen. So I can just rush them next turn if I want to. Also, this is a very nice removal card. It's probably one of the best removals. You want to have as little Piltover and Zorn cards in your deck as you can, because the Wayfinder only summons you 2 Teemos if they find another Ionian card. I think it's Ionia, the color. I'm not sure yet about the colors yet. Haven't gotten them into my memory, but I think it is. And okay. That's a little bit of a problem, but I have things I can do here. I can recall the Teemo. And yeah, that's about it. Okay. Yeah, I need to level up my Teemo. There's no way around it. I'm going to play the Wayfinder here, probably. I could also kill this Shadow Assassin, so I don't have to recall it. So I have 5 mana, so if I play my Assassin of my own, I still have 2 mana remaining for the Thermogenic Bean. You want to play that with as little mana as you need, but as much mana as you much mana as you need, as little as you can. So be mana efficient here. And this is very mana efficient. Also, I get 3 more mushrooms in their deck with these Puffcap Peddlers, and the Teemo is already leveled up if I play it this turn. So that's a nice one. So I can start doubling their stuff in their deck.
Another day in the field.
Get that up to 30 with 1 hit. See if they can play another elusive creature.
You'll thank me later.
So this is why you would always want to have elusive creatures in your deck, because yeah, if they can hit you with elusive creatures, that can do a lot of damage very quickly. Boom. Want to keep up 4 mana just to have a Will of Ionia in case I do need to emergency recall my Teemo.
Strength and grace, beauty in the blade.
Doesn't look like it though. They don't have any more mana, more mana stuff. So I'm gonna play the Wayfinder, get more Teemos, hopefully. Yes, those are 3 Teemos right here. Let's go, let's go. That can get out of hand very, very quickly.
Run them through. Aha.
Fine and wisp, steady my hand.
Okay. So I am going to stun this challenger card to keep my Teemo alive. Gonna play the Wayfinder to block some damage, and I think that's enough for now. Ooh, they do something. Barrier. Does that help against stun? I'm not sure. Nope, it doesn't. Perfect. And I get 3 more mushrooms as well. So now we're gonna get into territories where they really don't want to be. Could kill the Blade Keeper here with my mana remaining. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. It doesn't really hurt me right now. I can't have 4 mana up right now anyways. Also get 3 more mushrooms, of course. Just 1 mushroom for them this turn, but that will get bigger very, very fast. Just gonna attack with all my elusive creatures here. Yeah, don't want to attack with this Puffcap Peddler, want to keep it alive. Ooh, that's a nasty one, and they only have 3 life. Yeah. That's... you don't have to calculate much for that. That's just that's just their end. Gonna play the Green Bay duel because why the hell not?
Says you.
Yeah, so this deck can be very aggressive. You can also go the mid-range with stuff like the Karma and the Dawn of and Dust and stuff like that, just to have more impact in the mid-game, but you really want to go fast if you can. Okay. There's really no way they don't draw the card yet this turn. I can't imagine that they don't draw 3 mushrooms because they have 272 mushrooms. Holy moly! Yeah, it's exponential growth. So yeah, you're dead. Just drawing 16 mushrooms. 272. I gotta think about that when writing my title for this video. Okay, so we're gonna do one more. All good things come in freeze. Maybe we can 3-0 this one. I'm very happy with this deck. I'm very happy with this game in general. It's very nice. Might really switch off Magic for this game because it's just so great. So I'm going to keep the Wayfinder as I said in the last game. But I want to get a Teemo here again. No Teemo this time. So now we have to see what the failsafe can do, if we can win even without the Teemo. Okay, we do have some other cards we can use though. So what I am going to do is not play this mushroom this turn, because I can just play it when I have the Puffcap Peddler, because you can of course store your mana and get even more mushrooms. Okay. This would be a spell that's devastating later, as we've seen in the first match. But okay, that deck is getting smaller, which means the mushrooms are gonna be spaced out on a closer space. So that's only nice for me, if they haven't drawn amazing stuff that can really hurt me, of course. I'm going to attack first. Don't really want to get into some hitting combat, some creature to creature combat, especially not with the Braum. Was a good decision. But I am going to get my mushrooms running. Next turn I can also play the Wayfinder. Hopefully get some Teemos on the battlefield. If not, if they find a Piltover and Zorn card and don't get my Teemos, I can still play another Wayfinder next turn. So I got this covered. The Z is really only a deck because it's a good card. I'm not sure if I'm even gonna keep it, or when I get the second copy of Karma I might put in 2 Karmas. Probably will. But I have to see how this all shakes out. So the deck I used as a template had 2 Zs and no Karma, but I really like the Karma for the late game in case you haven't beaten your opponent yet. Just to have a decent way to deal with this mid-range matchups that can kill you, your creatures in the first turns.
My shield is my sword. Good luck. Have fun.
And block with the Wayfinder here. Because Braum can be a problem, but I think it's a bit too slow. It doesn't have elusive, so it can't block the Teemos. Okay, Black Spear's gonna kill one of those. Still got another one.
It is easy, see?
I have 5 mana, but I need to keep up really the maximum amount. Just to have a way to protect Teemo if I need to. So I'm going to waste a bit of mana in this turn probably if they don't do anything to kill my Teemo now.
The War Mother will unite us all.
Well, now they don't have mana remaining, so I could play either the Wayfinder to get another Teemo on the battlefield or the Z. Think I'm going to... that's a tough one. So I would have 7 mana in the next turn if I play the Wayfinder, so that's okay. Can live with that. So another Teemo enters the battlefield. Yeah, for now they're only drawing 1, but that will get out of hand pretty soon. I want to play a spell this turn just to level up my Teemos, or play it the next turn to level up the Teemos. Okay, Hecarim. So now they're really getting their slow cards going here. Still okay though.
First we fight. We should be friends.
They do have Overwhelm with the Hecarim, so I won't block that one.
This is fun, yes?
Ooh, yeah. The Spectral Riders are a bit sketchy. So those are 10 damage points. Ooh. It's nasty. But okay. Going to have to block that for now. Can't really do more for now, I think. Could block with the Wayfinder. Do I want to do that though? No, I think I'm going to keep it for the next turn. So I'm gonna take a lot of damage here. They're really in their control style deck that can do a lot right now. Oomph. That packs a punch. I could play Zed, but I don't really have the slots for him on the battlefield. Could recall an ally, but what does it help me? It doesn't. Can also recall one of their units. Does that help me? It only helps me because it gives them some mushrooms into the deck. It's a tough decision. I just waited too long, okay. There is no extension as in Magic, so that's okay. Can live with that.
I'll scout ahead. This
I am going to play the recall here, though, just to level up my Teemos. Think it will resolve before the attack, hopefully. Also, I still have the mana up for deny. Oh, I shouldn't have attacked with the Wayfinder. That was stupid. Ah, it's a gaffe in judgment there, especially having the Braum on the opposing side. But okay.
Success is planting your mushrooms right.
So, Teemo's gonna level up, get a lot of mushrooms in their deck. I hope I can survive this next turn. They have 60 mushrooms, so that could get problematic for them at some point, but that's sketchy. Going to play Zed as a blocker here. And I still will have 3 mana next turn. Keeping up 3 mana, I mean. Yeah, 3 mushrooms isn't really that much. Cut the enemy's Nexus health in half. Yeah, I don't want that to happen. Yeah, that's a tough game here. I'm just gonna need to survive this turn. I'm pretty fine if I do that. I could use a Teemo as a blocker because Dawn and Dusk can just give me 2 more Teemos. I can also just play a Wayfinder or a Peddler, probably better, as a blocker. Maybe the Wayfinder would have been better. So, who of them are going to have Overwhelm? They don't have... This Hecarim has Overwhelm, okay. So I'm going to use the Wayfinder against that, so it will deal 3 damage to me. This one can be blocked by those types of creatures. The Puffcat Peddler can even kill this one. So I think I'm pretty fine for now. Gonna block with one of those Teemos. So I should take 6 damage here, if my calculations are correct. And I am going to recall this Peddler here. And just gonna make some more mushrooms, I guess. Okay, so I'm at 5 life. I'm gonna play the Peddler again.
Oh, if mushrooms could talk.
I'll have what he's having.
So I really want to kill them this turn. I am going to risk copying my Teemos. And hope that they don't have elusive creatures in hand. Or anything to hurt them with. Okay. They're gonna kill the Teemo. Would have done that anyways, but, well. So of course now it's even worse. And I didn't play the spell. That didn't count as a paid spell. Okay. So... Wait a minute. Wayfinder won't help me, but the Twin Disciples, Disciplines can pump up my Teemo and give it more damage. So I hope they draw 4 next turn. Shouldn't be too difficult with them having over 130. But you never know. That's what the randomness of this deck is. Just gonna hope for the best here. Yeah, that's more than enough. Nice, so we free out this one. So I hope you had as much fun as I had with this deck. It's just very amazing and very, very funny to play with. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel, like this video if you haven't yet. And we see each other next time. Until then, this was TCG Deck Tech, not NTG Deck Tech anymore. TCG Deck Tech signing off.